Today, video is everything. You need speed, creativity, and consistency. With HeyGen, you can create the most lifelike avatar videos, 10 times faster than traditional production. Scale across 175. Today, 10 times faster than traditional production. Scale across 175 different languages, looks, and platforms, all in 4K. Your clients want more videos, more engagement, and more results. HeyGen gives you the tools to deliver. Need personalized videos that feel custom? Done. Launch interactive, engaging campaigns that deliver more for your clients, and do it all without blowing the budget. No expensive studios, no costly talent, just beautiful, effective videos that drive results. And here's a secret. We used HeyGen to create me. Join the future of storytelling. Become a HeyGen certified agency partner.
Let me see. Let's change this. Hey, Allison, how are you doing?
Hello. I'm doing well, Cahal. Sorry, everyone, for starting a few minutes late. Thank you for your patience.
Of course. Yeah. Let's jump into it. So, hello everyone. Welcome to our bi-weekly HeyGen for Agencies webinar. My name is Cahill from the HeyGen team here in San Francisco, and we are joined by Allison from our community and education team. Great to see everyone. Thanks for joining. Again, new faces and some familiar. Before we get going and we introduce Allison to you a little bit more, just want to set the scene for those who are here for the first time. What is HeyGen? HeyGen is a generative video platform that helps people, companies, and agencies create videos in a way that is much easier than before. We enable people to create digital avatars of themselves, of their clients, and even AI generate avatars so that you can then create content without a camera. Today, we're going to run through a demo of the platform. We're going to share some updates to our HeyGen for Agencies program. We're also going to give you some insights on what's coming quite soon on our roadmap. So some new features that have come from some of the great feedback we have got from our agency customers. Agencies at HeyGen have always been some of our highest usage, most innovative customers. A lot of the feedback that we've got from you guys have helped drive our product roadmap, and we're really excited to see what you can do with some of the new products we will be releasing. So yeah, I think, Allison, do you want to take a moment to introduce yourself? You're going to be leading all things in the chat. I'm going to be getting you to share some links, and yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. For any of you who haven't met me before, hi, I'm Allison Ortega-Toy, look after community and education here at HeyGen. And so before we jump in, just want to say thank you everybody for joining us. If you are watching right now from YouTube, from X, or from LinkedIn, please consider joining us here in the HeyGen Hub. That's community.heygen.com. We'll be manning the chat, paying much closer attention here, and answering questions that come through our hub. So if you are here in the hub, if you look at the Q&A tab, it should be in the top right-hand corner of the chat. If you have questions as we go along, please feel free to put them in there. I'll do my best to answer some in chat, and then I will definitely give Cahal some too. Yeah, other than that, I'd say if you haven't explored the HeyGen Hub before, please stick around and check us out. It's community.heygen.com. We've got a bunch of resources to help you learn how to get the best out of HeyGen, forums to share work and, tips, tricks, things like that. And then also events and webinars like this. We have some stuff coming up in LA. So if anybody's in the LA area, please join us for that.
Of course, yeah, it'd be great to share a little bit more about that in-person event. We have some wonderful agency customers based in LA, so it'd be great to see you in person.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll share the link, but let me turn it over to you.
That would be great. Okay, so yeah, as I mentioned, this is a webinar for our HeyGen for Agencies program. AI is a new technology, and the AI video space is moving at a really, really rapid pace. What we've come to learn is our agency partners are best positioned to understand our product, figure out how it works, and then drive the best results for their clients. So we're going to jump into it a little bit more today. Yeah, this is just a little bit about HeyGen. As I mentioned, we're an AI video platform. We help people create, translate, and personalize videos faster and more efficiently than ever before. So yeah, traditional video production is slow. It often involves scripting, casting, scouting, production, post-production, localization, and we want to make it much easier for you to create content faster in a way that your clients are excited to run more AI video campaigns. We work with a range of agency customers, big and small, all across the world. Some familiar names for some of you like Ogilvy, Publicis, Havas, IW Group, and then we also work with agencies that are one-person agencies or a little bit bigger than that. So we support agencies of all shapes and sizes, and we're excited to get to know you if we don't already. And hopefully some of the updates on today's call will inspire you to dive a little bit deeper into HeyGen and how we can help your agency. This is like a quick snapshot of some of the companies we work with, everything from financial services through government, e-commerce, and then you can also see in advertising kind of some other agencies that you might be familiar with. So yeah, what is the HeyGen Agency Program for? It's for agencies who want to position themselves as AI leaders in the space, adopting these new technologies and figuring out how you can get the best results. So we can help you accelerate video production timelines in cost-effective ways. And most importantly, with our avatars and video translation tool, we can make it much easier for you to expand into new markets that wouldn't already have been possible. So yeah, Alison, now might be a great time to share our new HeyGen Agency certification link. This recently went live. So we have now set up a way that if you're new to HeyGen or existing agencies, you can become certified as a HeyGen agency. And this helps in terms of understanding the latest and greatest from HeyGen, and then also join our agency partner community. We have some special benefits as well, such as dedicated agency partner support, because we know some of the things that you're working on requires specific knowledge around how to use HeyGen. And a lot of you have tight turnarounds for some client projects. So our team is standing by to help you with that. Yeah, we do have a dedicated HeyGen for agency pricing. We offer monthly and yearly pricing, and this gives you access to all of the HeyGen features and functionality. We're going to cover that a little bit later in this webinar. So as I mentioned, certification is now live. One of the assessments for the certification is you create 2 videos. These videos will be shared by HeyGen publicly so that we can promote you and your agency on our new agency ecosystem page that we'll be launching a little bit later this month. And this will be a way for you to connect with some of our customers who need support from agencies. And yeah, right now we have 15 million users, so there'll be a lot of eyeballs on that page. So if anyone's interested in becoming certified, please check out the link that Alison has provided in the chat. And on top of that, if anyone has any other questions, feel free to reach out to us directly. So yeah, in the spirit of HeyGen, we're going to jump straight into it. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to give you a quick demo of the HeyGen platform. After that, we're going to cover some program updates as well as some insights into new features and functionality that's coming down the tracks. I'm going to share my screen, and Alison, I might ask you to let me know once you can see it. Great. I think you can see it, Alison, right? what we allow you to do is turn yourself into an avatar. So let's start there before we show you how you can make some videos. So this is where you can create avatars. We also have 730 public avatars that you can use. You can see that some are AI generated. They have this little tag here, which is new this week, as well as some other real people who you are able to use to create content, whether it be UGC style content or more A-roll focused. Each avatar that you can create can have 100 different looks, like this one shown here. I'm just going to walk you through the flow of creating an avatar, and you're going to be able to see some new things that will be slowly rolled out to all of our agency partners soon. But what you can do is you can upload some video footage and create an avatar. You can also start with a photo. And most recently, you can type in a text prompt to create an avatar as well of a digital or virtual person that doesn't exist. One of the things we mentioned on the webinar 2 weeks ago is we're now working to combine our photo avatars and our video avatars. This will mean that you can upload video footage of a person, and then you'll be able to upload some photos to complement that. It means that we can then use the mechanics from the video that you provide us to drive the photo avatars that you also provide us. So I'm going to start here and show you a little bit of what this looks like. So when you jump in, you'll see a video from Joshua explaining what we're looking for, what creates a great avatar. And then you can create a still avatar, which is a person standing still, or you can create an avatar in motion, which means the person is walking around. It's a little bit more UGC style. So what creates a good avatar? We look for 2 to 5 minutes video footage. The higher quality resolution you provide us, the better. So if you film with a 4K camera, you're going to get much better results than if you film with a webcam. We look for you to record these in a well-lit environment with good natural lighting. The person's looking directly at the camera. And yeah, one thing that came up a lot in the questions last week was around hand gestures. So hand gestures and gestures in general is something that we're working on. Soon we're going to be able to control hand gestures more. So when you upload some video footage, we tell you to use generic gestures. So if you create an avatar where it gives a thumbs up, it means all of your videos are going to have that thumbs up in it. But we want to get to a point where you'll actually be able to program those hand gestures into your videos. What I would avoid is stitching videos together. So when we say 2 to 5 minutes video footage, we do look for a continuous video without pauses or without different pieces of video stitched together. Loud background noise can also make it challenging to clone a good voice. So once you get to this screen, what you're going to do is you're going to upload some video footage. Let me see. Like this. So you can upload a Google Drive link or upload the file directly. It would have to be lower than 10 gigabytes. So if you are filming in a very high quality view, oops, trying to close that. If you're filming with high quality video and it's a little bit more than 10 gigabytes, it will not be accepted. So try to keep that down. You can tick this box here. This gives you 4K resolution. And you can also allow your avatar to have the background removed. So if I filmed my avatar in this background, we would be able to remove it so that you can apply it to different backgrounds. The next step, once you upload some video footage, is a consent statement. This is just a statement that says, I give consent to HeyGen to create an avatar on the HeyGen platform. Allison, I see you popping up. Do you have some questions already?
I do, actually. Jacqueline asked a great question, which was, how will consent work from our clients? Right now, we need to be on site. Is there any way for folks to get around that?
Once you are in an agency account type or enterprise plan, you can remotely upload consent for your clients. So if you're in one of the HeyGen plans creator or teams, you're going to need live consent each time you create an avatar. This can be quite challenging for agencies when Your clients have different schedules. When you're recording them may not be the time that you're creating the avatar. Or in a lot of cases, we work with agencies where their customers might be across the country or across the world, and these clients are providing them the video footage. If you are in the agency account type, you can remotely upload consent for them, which just means they record the consent video and upload it, or you upload it for them here. So you can provide like a white glove experience where you create their avatar for them, and they don't need to be with you live in person, which is really, really beneficial. So you would just upload it the exact same way you see on screen here. You would paste in the URL or upload the video directly. Hopefully that answered that question, Allison. Next, I'm going to jump in and show you how you can create a photo avatar, because we've had some updates here. What you're able to do is select some photos, upload them. The type of photos we look for are people looking directly at a camera. Bad photos would be kind of a badly taken screenshot, something that's already been highly filtered or has many faces in the photo already. One thing you are able to do is generate looks like this. So if you want to create a new avatar photo, you can do that here from this section. So let me show you what this is going to look like. So yeah, you can see here some of these have been AI generated by our team. These would have been created just by giving a text prompt. So this also gives you the opportunity to create personas that don't exist, to actually create videos like so. And here is where you would be able to type in a prompt. You can name your avatar, specify what age you would like the avatar to be, gender, ethnicity, and then here would be an example of some of the samples. The more details you give us, the more specific of an avatar we can create for you. This does take a little bit of trial and error as well. We would often recommend you try to create a couple of different avatars until you find one that's AI generated that you like. One of the updates in this week's section is related to photo avatars and how you can now add products and product placement to these avatars. So for example, you could upload a avatar that you create, and then you could upload a photo of a piece of clothing like a jersey or a hoodie, and then we can make that AI generated avatar wear that outfit. And we're going to share a link in the chat to that a little bit later when I get to that section. So once you've created an avatar that you're happy with, you would come in here to the avatar video section. You can start with a completely blank template, so landscape portrait. You can start by using one of our templates that look a little bit like this. You can also start by uploading a PDF, PowerPoint. We can help you prompt a script. And then soon we are about to release a source to video, which will allow you to upload PDFs or PowerPoint presentations. And we will then help you generate a video from this with the materials that you provide us. This is essentially going to be a way that you can streamline video production. The output of this would be a template that you can then edit and make any corrections to, or if you're good to go, you can generate it straight away. You'll also have an option to turn it into our new avatar podcast feature, where you can have two avatars discussing the source material that you upload. Allison's going to pause there again, see if there's any questions.
I don't think we have too many questions.
Great.
Actually, sorry, there's one question from Marco, which was about the consent flow for clients. Do they need to read a code, which is the case for non-enterprise accounts, I believe?
Right. For non-enterprise accounts, they have to give live consent. This involves reading a code off a screen. Whereas if you're on an enterprise plan or an agency plan, we would have a legal agreement in place with you, which allows you to upload consent on their behalf. in this case, they would not need to read off a code. They would just need to say, I, Allison, give consent to HeyGen to create a HeyGen avatar on the HeyGen platform. Right now, what you're seeing on screen is our new text editor. This will be launched in March. Right now, we're still doing some internal testing on it. So most of you are probably more familiar with this editor that you can see on screen. So the way this would work is you would just select one of your avatars, like so. Let me see. Here's one of mine. You can resize this, as I mentioned. You can also remove the background by clicking this kind of darker button up here. And then once your avatar is in place, you can add different elements. Let's see, like a city. And this will allow you, let's go with some landscape. And then you can create content like so. The next step here would be typing in a script that you actually want the avatar to read. You can preview the script by clicking this button. And then you can also upload audio files if you'd rather speak through your avatar or have your client.
Welcome to the new era of video creation with HeyGen. Simply type your script to get started.
You can add text to these scenes like so. And then you can also use our template library here. So let's say I wanted to use this guy instead. You would be able to go from there. That's probably the first point. We've touched upon AI voice. So next I'm going to jump into how you can clone a voice and what cloning a good voice looks like in HeyGen. So if you come to the AI voice section here, you can integrate a voice from a third-party provider. If you use one of these, you just paste in your voice API key here. And you can see some of the voices we've made in our public library. So feel free to use them for any of your videos. You can filter by accent, language, the different avatars then as well if you decide to use one of our stock avatars. One of the new releases this week is around actually AI generating a voice. So in the past, you would have had to upload less than 2 minutes high quality video or high quality audio footage to create a voice clone. You would just click this button here and upload the file. It takes a couple of minutes. It's quite quick. But you can also generate a voice here. So this means you can type in a script or type in some text that says, hey, I want a rustic sounding pirate sailing the 7 seas. Can you create a voice clone out of this, which you can then use for all of your videos. So this is a cool feature, definitely worth trying out. It's just been released in the product this week. Next, I want to show you some of the features in our lab section. So for those of you who joined us last week, you may have attended the webinar through our streams on YouTube or LinkedIn. What you can do is you can take that video once you've downloaded and you can drop it into HeyGen here. So this is called our instant highlights feature. This is essentially a way that you can take a video and we will chop it up for you to make it into ready to go social media content that can be easily shared. So this is a clip from last week's webinar where we covered some of the benefits of joining the HeyGen for Agency program. You can see I just dropped the whole video in and then it cropped it into social media ready content.
Before we kind of jump into a product demo, we want to run over a little bit of housekeeping. So,
and yeah, this can be easily shared to Twitter, TikTok, or you can download it as well. So this is a feature some of our agencies have been using to streamline content production when they have longer form content and they want to create some shorter clips. Next, one of our most asked about products is our new interactive avatar feature. It's still in beta, we're still working on it, but we have some infrastructure improvements coming to this month. So if you haven't had a chance to try this out yet, highly recommend jumping in here. Last week we spoke to Wayne and he gave us some insights into how the interactive avatar can be used. So let's do something similar this week.
Welcome to HeyGen. I'm your interactive avatar guide, here to help you explore real-time interactive avatars. Let's dive in together. What do you want to know first?
Hey Wayne, hope you're doing well. How can HeyGen's agency customers use our interactive avatars?
Hey there. Agency customers can use interactive avatars for things like client presentations, training, or even customer support. It's super versatile. What specific use case are you thinking about?
Hey Wayne, we want to do an integration for a client. Does HeyGen have a software development kit or API that we can use?
Absolutely. HeyGen offers a streaming API that allows for integration of interactive avatars into your applications. Developers can also check out the SDK for more customization options. What kind of integration are you considering?
Thanks, Wayne. That's all we have time for today, but Alison, you might be able to share a link to our API documents for anyone who wants to check out our interactive avatar in a little bit more detail. I'm sure we're going to have some questions around how to create an interactive avatar. Is that the question that's coming next? I can jump into that.
You know, I've actually got a number of different questions just about creating a digital twin. I'm sure we'll have questions about interactive avatar, but I'll let folks take some time to put those in the chat. Yeah, so I guess one really good question from Jacqueline is, I noticed punctuation changes the voices. Any guidance on this piece?
Yeah, definitely. Let's jump back into the editor. Oops. So let's say we were starting with a template.
We believe in empowering sustainable growth.
This gentleman is talking. Oops. What we would be able to do here is, if you're in the script section, so let's add a script. Let's add another script. So you can see in this piece, hopefully you can see it, there's some exclamation marks in the sentence. Exclamation marks will add like a more expressive end to the sentence. So using exclamation marks definitely helps. Question marks also will change the inflection of the voice. But let's say that there's a word that you want pronounced in a certain way, or something similar to that. So let's say, hey Jen, you can highlight that word and you can click pronunciation as well. And you can add like phonetic pronunciation around how you would want something pronounced. So a lot of the time AI will try to mispronounce hey Jen. It'll say hey again instead of hey Jen. What I'd recommend is doing something like HeyGen, like the girl's name. And you can preview it and sound how that, or hear how that's actually going to sound.
Hey Jen.
What I'd also recommend from having used the HeyGen platform a lot is sometimes if you type in a very formal script, you're going to get an output video that sounds very formal. I would type exactly how you talk. So don't be afraid to add in some M's or U's into the video if you want to create a more lifelike video in terms of how things are being pronounced. Just type it in exactly how you would. And you also have the option to record directly in the HeyGen platform. So you could speak through the platform and just record a video, and then all of the inflections in your voice and the way your voice sounds when you pronounce a certain word will all be mirrored in the video that you create. Finally, I just want to touch on. Okay, wait, which part? The upload the audio or the pronunciation piece?
The pronunciation by recording audio.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm learning something
Good,
new every
good.
education manager, but I think today it's you, Cahill.
I'm glad.
We do
glad to
have
hear.
other questions specific to avatar creation. Is now a good time
Of
to
course,
go into those?
Of course, yeah. Before
Okay,
before
awesome.
we do that, I'm just gonna highlight the interactive avatar flow. It's slightly different when you create an interactive avatar compared to a normal avatar. There is specific filming instructions, such as you have to start with 15 seconds of idle time where you're kind of listening, and then you have the 90 seconds or 60 seconds of talking, and then it finishes with you kind of sitting idle as well, listening. again. This is just how we train the model for the interactive avatar. So the same video footage you record with a client to create a normal instant avatar will not be the same footage you would use for an interactive. But I think we have some questions around creating a normal avatar. So
Hey.
Happy to take those now, Allison, if you have them ready.
Yes, definitely. So Alan is asking, if you create a video with the avatar, but the voice and the way the mouth moves isn't matching entirely, what would you recommend doing? What would that be because of the length or quality of the footage?
Yeah, often we tell people it's quality in, quality out in terms of the footage. So if you feel like the mouth movements aren't working exactly how you would like, I'd recommend re-recording the footage, making sure you can see the mouth at all times, it's at a good angle. If you type in a script and you feel like it's just not lining up perfect, the beauty of HeyGen is all of the plans are unlimited. It's not usage based, so you can create as much content as you want. I would often try and regenerate that piece of video a second time. You might get like slightly different results, and this can help with the lip sync in particular.
Awesome. And looks like we got one more question about avatar creation. This one from Stanislav, who is asking, what are my options to make my customer expressive once I've created it?
Great. That is probably one of the most exciting things I have to announce on this week's webinar. We are now about to launch expressive instant avatars in March, and I will cover that in just a moment when we get back to some of the updates. But some of you may have saw or seen in our platform, we have expressive avatars. So let me see if I can find one. I think Nick is probably the best example. So if you click into Nick's avatar, you can see here it's the facial expressions and just the way the avatar interacts in general is much more expressive than the normal instant avatars. I'm going to play a minute of this.
Welcome to the new era of video creation with HeyGen. Simply type your script to get started.
So yeah, you can see these avatars are marked with an expressive tag. It looks a little bit different when you're out here. It's a little smiley face. This is available on quite a few of our avatars now if you scroll down to our list. But essentially, the facial expressions are adjusted, the voice is adjusted, and just the general demeanor of the avatar is being adjusted. Right now, it's been only available for some of our public avatars, but quite soon, everyone will be able to create an expressive instant avatar in your account without the assistance of us. So it's going to be completely automatic, and that is going to be coming a little bit later in March. So we really feel like that's going to be a game changer. It's going to mean you can create content that's much more engaging and lifelike. And yeah, it's something we're really, really excited about. So yeah, finally, I just want to touch briefly on video translation. So essentially, this is where you can upload a video to our platform directly here, or you can also paste in a URL or YouTube link. And what this will do is allow you to create some content that the person may have originally been speaking in English, but the content will then translate to another language. And the person speaking will then speak with the mouth movements of the new language in the same tones and tonality. Let me show you what that would look like. So for example, this is one of our enterprise customers. This video was originally in English, and when I play this, you'll see he's now speaking Spanish.
Hola, Mike Capra aquí. Hoy les mostraremos los medidores de neumáticos Rhino USA de 100 y 200 PSI.
So what you can see here is we've done the translation for you, we've done the lip sync and the voice clone. So this means you can create a video once in one language and then localize it to new languages. Finally, on this quick demo, I want to show you our brand hub. So Agencies working with a lot of different customers want to create brand kits for their clients. So this is one I created just before the call for Nike, for example, or Nike, depending on who you ask. But what you can do is we'll AI generate a brand kit for you with logos, fonts, some products as well. You can paste in a URL or you can set it up manually. I definitely would recommend for your first few setting it up manually if you're working with a client, so you can add their logos, their colors, some photos, fonts, and videos. This just means if you're then creating videos for them, you can create a consistent brand experience and have consistency across all the videos that you do create for them. Allison, I was thinking next I was going to jump back into some of my slides, give some program updates and product updates, but if there's any other questions that would be helpful for me to share my screen in the platform, let's see if they're ready to go.
Hello, hello. Yes, we do have a few questions here. Let me see. It's actually more about plans. Do we want to save that till?
Yeah, we'll cover that in the slides. Yep.
Okay, cool. Otters, hang tight. We'll be back with more info on that.
Amazing. I am going to stop sharing my screen for just a moment. I'm going to find my slides. Great. So yeah, some updates again, just on the program side, and this will also start to cover some of the plans. Our agency certification is now live. We have now released a specific monthly and yearly plan for agencies. These are our enterprise plans, but our enterprise plans start at $30,000 a year. However, we're now giving discounted plans to agencies who complete our certification and are willing to give us some feedback on how we can improve our product and how we can help your clients more. I will share a slide covering all that pricing in just a moment. And then something that we're excited about that our engineering team is building right now is our agency partner ecosystem page, which means once you're a certified agency and you're on an agency plan, we're going to be able to list you on our website and promote you across the HeyGen ecosystem. So some product updates before we jump into the plans in a little bit more detail. Allison, if you'd be so kind, you might share our recent webinar around product placement that Nick ran a little bit, I think it was towards the end of last week, but essentially this is covering how you can create some stuff like this in the top right corner where you provide us an image of a hoodie. You can then have the avatar wear that hoodie, as well as create different scenes and sets for these avatars by just providing us some photos. One of the coolest things I saw on their webinar about this last week was they uploaded a photo or a link to an IKEA couch, and then the AI generated avatar was actually able to sit down on the couch. So yeah, we're really excited about that as well. It's just getting rolled out and the webinar link should be in the chat for that. Great. Some of the things I showed you this week is the AI voice text prompt to AI voice is now live. We've also made a number of improvements to just our AI voices in general based on the feedback we were getting from some of you. That has also been released. As mentioned earlier in the webinar, you may have saw in my account, we're in the process of combining photo avatars and video avatars. This is being rolled out to certain users at the moment, which will make it even easier to create content. You'll film a client once, and then you can just get some high quality photos to create more content with in different outfits or different backgrounds. Our new text editor, which is shared in the bottom right corner, will be released in March, and the expressive avatar or expressive instant avatars will also be released in March. And that answers the great question I think we had maybe from Alan. And that was around how do we create more expressive avatars and videos that will be in the product quite soon for you to try out. Subspaces is live for our agency customers. This allows you to manage multiple different clients across different spaces. So if you are working with a number of different customers, you want to keep all of their information siloed and separate. You can now get subspaces. There's also a guide, Alison, that I did not share with you before the call, but hopefully you can pull that one up and share it in the chat as well. Great. Thank you. And yeah, finally, this is a quick look at the agency packages that we have now released. We just had a question about that. So essentially, this is for agencies who are looking to lead the way in AI-driven video creation. They start at $10,000 per year or $1,000 per month. This gives you full access to HeyGen, all of our features, functionality, early access to our new features, and an insight into the roadmap. We also have an agency partner Slack channel. And once you have this account type and you are also in the process of, or you have completed your certification, you'll be listed on our HeyGen for Agencies directory, where you'll be able to connect with potential clients. And yeah, there's also some opportunities for collaborative case studies and website promotion. I am going to share some examples of some of our early agency partners and some case studies we've done with them. On the right-hand side, you can see the enterprise features here. So you would have support, training, onboarding. You would get the 4K video quality avatars and output, as well as the remote consent upload, which is really important for our agency customers. The subspaces, and then all I would say is these plans include 10 seats for your agency. They include 10 instant avatars and 1 studio avatar to try out. And then if you want to create additional avatars or maybe start using our API, we do offer both discounts as well to our HeyGen agency customers. I'm going to pause there, Alison, in case there is any follow-up questions from the people asking about plans.
Yes. So I believe Otters had asked a question. Are there any custom-made plans for specific features?
No, there is not, mostly because we have 15 million users now, so it's really hard to juggle custom plans for everyone. But we have our self-serve plans on our website, which even start with a free plan for you to try it out. Then we have 2 entry-level plans, a creator and a teams plan. And then once you go from there, you can graduate to an agency account if you're an agency, or an enterprise account if you are an enterprise just trying to create AI-driven content for your company.
Gotcha. And then Daniel had also asked a question about the no-code interactive avatar. I'm not super familiar with what this is. Do we need more clarification here, or can you?
A little bit more clarification would be great. Maybe it's around the prompt to avatar, so creating an avatar just based on a text prompt, but would love to understand a little bit more on that question.
Gotcha. Let me see if we've got any others. Let's see. Subham has asked how to handle if different speakers' voices get mixed up during translations. Do we need to cut the video into multiple parts?
You do not need to cut the video into multiple parts. I will share my screen in the platform to show you how you can do this. So right now you should be seeing my HeyGen account again. When you're in an enterprise or agency account, you have 2 options when you upload a video. You can translate it directly, which some of you may have tried out already, or you can generate a proofread on our agency or enterprise tier plans. I'm going to show you what a proofread looks like and how this can make it much easier to kind of hone in on the videos that you're translating. So if you come here to translation proofread, this is one from a little bit earlier. But what you're going to see on the left here is the original video language, which in this case was English. And then I was translating to Spanish in this case. and we have multiple speakers. You can see speaker 2, speaker 3 here, even speaker 5. Rather than chopping the video up and trying to translate each part separately, this can be quite tedious, but also if you only provide us a couple of seconds of video footage, it's hard for us to translate the video perfectly, where we have to clone the voice and even understand the person's lip sync. But what you can do here is you can click on track, and then we will automatically clone a voice for each speaker. But what you can actually do is select which voice or which speaker is speaking, and then you can clone a voice from that segment. So this will mean that you can take a little bit more control over who is speaking and their voice at that point in time. So let's say you're doing a fireside chat with multiple speakers. The start might start very calm when they're introducing themselves, and maybe they get a little bit more animated as the video goes on. What I would recommend is cloning a voice for that specific segment where their inflections change or just their tonality in general changes. So this would be an enterprise or agency feature. It wouldn't be available on all plans, but you can clone for a specific segment.
Awesome. Learning new things every day.
Great.
We have a bunch more questions here, so let's try and move through them as quickly as we can.
Sure.
Daniel hopped in and did give a little bit more clarification. He kind of has 2 questions here. One is, can we expect pricing levels for the interactive avatar API usage to stay consistent or go down in the future? And then the second question, also pertaining to interactive avatar, is if you haven't spoken to the avatar for a few minutes, a message appears that says, "Thanks for using the HeyGen interactive avatar." He's asking if we will keep that there or delete the reference to HeyGen in the future.
Yeah, definitely. So firstly, on pricing, our interactive avatar pricing has come down from this time last year when we started to launch the product. Yeah, as our models improve and our wonderful AI research team figure out ways to deliver a service for you cheaper, the price will come down. So we'll definitely keep you updated on that. We can offer kind of scale discounts if you have a lot of usage. The cost comes down pretty significantly per minute. In terms of kind of what I would call is like the timeout or idle side of things, if you're just testing out the interactive avatar in the HeyGen app, you will see a timeout like that where it says, "Hey, like thanks for talking to HeyGen. I'm going to sign off now." You can take a little bit more control of our interactive avatar by using our API or our software development kit, and you can actually prompt all of this on your end. So you could remove any kind of mention that it's HeyGen, but more importantly, you could add your own timeout responses or even remove it entirely. Some people do add session limits as well, so you can do that on the back end.
Awesome. Let's see, we've got another question here. Let's see. These are two kind of related questions. One from Marco, which is, how do we apply for enterprise? And another from Rainer, which is it possible to upgrade from one plan to a better one? So kind of similar questions.
Of course, yeah. So how do you upgrade for starters? At the end of your HeyGen certification, if you're an agency, you'll see some more information around the plans. You'll also see a link where you can book time directly with our agency team to discuss a plan that works best for you. Alternatively, you can go to our website, click Contact Sales, and you can select that you're interested in the HeyGen for Agencies program, and someone from our team will get in touch and we can set up some time there. And then can you upgrade plans? Of course, a lot of our customers will start on a free plan and graduate to a creator plan, and then graduate as their business evolves to like a more advanced plan where there a lot more support from HeyGen and more features. I do see one question here about our new Clay integration. I might cover that real quick. I actually have a video as well. I wasn't sure if I'd have time to play it, but
we're thrilled to introduce.
We started a little late, so it's only fair that we give the people a few extra minutes.
Of course. So yeah, here's a quick video from the Clay team. Clay is a sales and marketing automation platform. If you haven't tried it out yet, I highly recommend. But you can now create outbound videos via Clay that are personalized. So let's say you're targeting 100 different people to reach out to for your agency, or one of your clients wants to run a marketing campaign where you turn someone into an avatar and then send personalized messages, this is what it would look like with our new integration. You can find this under the integrations tabs in HeyGen. And yeah, thank you for the agencies who've started to try this out recently.
We're thrilled to introduce Clay's new integration with HeyGen to create ultra high quality avatar videos. It is our most advanced malleable video integration to date. Once you have your script, choose from hundreds of high-fidelity avatars and voices, or authenticate with your own HeyGen API key to use a digital twin. Then, select a custom color, image, or video background. Finally, style your video with complete control over features like avatar scale, position, voice speed, captions, and aspect ratio. Use cases include custom demos or video messages for sales prospects, customer support or onboarding videos, UGC-style ads, short-form content, and more. Try the HeyGen integration for free at clay.com.
For that question there around the Clay integration. Excited to have some of you try that out. Allison, happy to load up some more questions. Just while we do that, I want to flick through a few, case. Nope, never mind. I thought there was some up. There we go. Yeah, these are just some examples from agencies who are working with HeyGen. If you want to read a little bit more about what they're doing, last week we shared a video, Imagine example where they created a campaign where they created 50,000 personalized videos using famous Brazilian soccer players. You can read about that case study and other agencies that we're working with, like Attention Grabbing Media, Publicis, Ogilvy, and AI Smart Ventures if you go to heygen.com/customer stories, and hopefully we can share the link for that as well in the chat.
Yep, I will drop that in for sure. And then we do have just a few more questions.
Yeah, of course. Happy to take them.
Okay, awesome. So let's see. Stanislav has a great question here, and he's saying, "I've had crazy good results with video avatars. What is the difference between that and a studio avatar?"
Okay. Yeah. So wonderful to hear that you're getting great results with the instant avatars, and I think our new expressive instant avatars that are releasing in March are going to even bring this. It's going to bring it to the next level. Our studio avatars, not all customers would need them, but often when we work with celebrities or Fortune 500 executives, they want the most crisp avatar possible. So we have an internal avatar team at HeyGen who can actually take your video footage in raw format. It would have to be filmed on a green screen with very specific filming instructions, even a script that the person would need to read. We would take that video footage and a consent video, and then our internal avatar team would manually clone a avatar, a studio grade avatar, and a studio grade voice out of the material that you provide us. Some of the big differences, it's shot in 60 frames per second rather than 25. So for the video people listening, it just kind of looks a little bit more crisp, maybe even cinematic. And on all of our HeyGen agency plans, there'll be one studio avatar included as well. So you can try that out. Now, there is an additional cost associated with that because we have to provide like a service where we manually create those for our agency customers. But yeah, great question.
Awesome. We've got one more. I think this one's from Otter. Can you also do proofreads for uploaded audio with third-party voices?
You can indeed, yeah.
Awesome.
So if you generate a proofread, you can add a third-party voice in.
Very cool. Let me scroll through the chat again. I think you've done a really good job of answering these questions. I'm not sure there are too many more. Last one from Otters is, how do subspaces look? Do we have a demo instance that we can screen share really quick?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
So for example, this is my master account. If I click up here, you can see some subspaces with some of our enterprise customers. You can see how many people are in the subspaces. The way you would navigate to this is click on space settings. You would then click on members, you can see your subspaces here. It's really easy to create a new subspace. You would just add the subspace name, an icon, invite your clients to the subspace, or in some cases, your clients will never enter the subspace, but you're just going to do this for admin reasons. You can turn on if the client pays for the subspace or if it's part of your package. And then you can also generate specific API keys for your subspaces. This becomes important as you start to run personalized videos campaigns or even have different clients using different interactive avatars. You want to make sure that you can manage their APIs separately for security reasons and also just keep track of usage for billing purposes. And then finally, let's say we're in the BMW account here. You can click on that and you can give them some of your avatars by just clicking this plus or minus feature here. And then let's say we want to go into this account. You would just click on it and it's a completely separate instance of HeyGen, where if you go back into your main page, you'll see different avatars and videos that you've created here that aren't included in the main account. But if you're an agency and you're managing a lot of accounts, this can definitely make your life easier.
Absolutely. Feels like a game changer there. One very last question. This one from Mike Brown. Are you going to add more public interactive avatars?
Yeah, most certainly. We have an infrastructure upgrade coming to the interactive avatar suite that I mentioned this month, and we've already started filming new interactive avatars. One thing that our agency customers have requested a lot is interactive avatars on green backgrounds, so that the background can be removed. That is on our to-do list, and we've started to get cracking on that.
Awesome. I think that's actually it for questions. We had some really great questions from our viewers today. So thank you guys, everybody, for joining us either for the first time or coming back. I did see some familiar names and faces. So always really appreciate that. Yeah, Cathal, anything else you want to share before we hop off?
No, just Alison, thank you to the community and education team for helping with the certification. We're really, really excited about that. For our more seasoned HeyGen agencies or our new HeyGen agencies, we're going to be getting back to people who've completed that certification quite soon. Just remember, there's 7 parts. Make sure you complete each part. One of the parts is introducing yourself on the HeyGen Hub to the community. So make sure you do that. That'll keep Alison very happy. And yeah, as always, feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. We're standing by. We're here to support, and we're really excited to see the videos you create.
Awesome. Thanks so much, everybody. Talk soon.